It has been 4.5 years since 21-year-old Destiny Harrison was killed inside of her own hair salon.
She just was a sweet person. She was ambitious. She just wanted to do what she loved. She wanted to do hair and be a mom.
Expect nothing like this to happen. You know, I mean, she's in her own shop doing what she's supposed to do. You know, living an honest life, her own business, and then bam, here goes something like this. You know, it's nonsense.
Big struggling with my emotions, about thinking about my poor baby, not seeing her again.
She wrote it down in black and white for a judge to see. I'm scared for my life and my business. Those weren't just words. That was a paper trail, a warning she handed to the police herself. 11 days before someone walked into her salon and put a bullet in her head. Here's what keeps me up at night about this case. Destiny Harrison did everything right. She filed a report. She got a peace order. She told the court exactly who she was afraid of. And none of it mattered. By the end of this story, you're going to see exactly how a young mother's plea for help was left hanging in the air until it was too late. And honestly, the most disturbing part isn't the crime itself. It's the fact that the person who did it might be watching this video right now, perfectly free. Destiny Harrison wasn't just another girl from the neighborhood. At 21, while most people are still trying to figure out their lives, Destiny was already a licensed cosmetologist and the owner of Madame D Beauty Bar. She was building an empire in the heart of Baltimore, not just for herself, but for her toddler daughter. People called her mature beyond her years. She didn't party, she didn't chase drama. She stayed in her shop, perfecting her craft. But here's where it gets really heavy. You ever get that feeling in your gut? That prickle on the back of your neck that says you're being watched? Destiny had more than a feeling. She had a name. Just days before Christmas in 2019, Destiny walked into a police station. She told them she had been assaulted. She told them she was being threatened. She told them point blank, I am afraid for my life. But the system, it just kind of took a note. They filed the paperwork. They told her to stay safe. Now, I want you to really think about that for a second. Have you ever reached out for help, fully vulnerable, only to realize no one was actually coming? Most of you watching right now are probably nodding. But if you're the type of person who thinks the authorities are always one step ahead, you're living in a fantasy. I make these videos because information is the only real armor we have. Before we go any further, welcome to Dark Case Vault, where every story hides the truth. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to like and share. Fast forward to December 21st. The salon is decorated for the holidays. Destiny is inside, probably thinking about what she's getting her daughter for Christmas. It should have been a normal Saturday. But then, the door opens. This wasn't a robbery. No one shouted for the register to be opened. No one touched the purses or the expensive styling equipment. A gunman walked straight in, focused, and opened fire on Destiny. This was a message. It was a cold, calculated execution in broad daylight. Most people stop here and think, okay, the police have the report she filed, they'll catch the guy. But what happens next is actually insane. Despite having her previous police report, where she literally named the people threatening her, no one was arrested. No one was charged. The trail didn't just go cold. It felt like it was intentionally iced over. In a city like Baltimore, silence can be louder than a gunshot. Witness reluctance is a real thing. People are scared. And honestly, can you blame them? If the police couldn't protect Destiny after she gave them a roadmap to her own murder, why would anyone else risk their life to talk? This next part might sound obvious, but almost no one actually stops to process it. The killer knew her routine. They knew where she'd be. They knew she was vulnerable in that salon. It makes you look at your own small circle a little differently, doesn't it? You know, there's a specific kind of regret that comes when you see a tragedy that was predicted. We've all seen red flags in people we know, the aggression, the obsession, the "I'll get back at you" comments. Maybe you're seeing one right now in your own life, and you're telling yourself it's not that serious. Destiny thought it was serious. She told the world it was serious. And she's not here anymore because the world didn't listen. Subscribing to this channel won't make you invincible, but it keeps these lessons in the front of your mind. If you're going to keep scrolling and ignore the patterns, do me a favor and leave a comment explaining why you're so sure it'll never be your name on a police report. I'm genuinely curious how you justify that risk to yourself. It's been years now. Madame de Beauty Bar is gone. Destiny's daughter is growing up without a mother. In the case, it's sitting in a file, gathering dust. The police say they need more information, which is code for someone needs to stop being afraid. But maybe the fear is the point. Destiny did everything right. She was a success story. She was a protector. She was a whistleblower for her own safety. And the gap between her asking for help and that gunman entering her shop is a void that swallowed her whole. It's a reminder that sometimes the right thing isn't enough when the system is too slow or too broken to care. To the family of Destiny Harrison, we send our deepest condolences. Your daughter was a light that Baltimore desperately needed, and we won't let that light be extinguished by silence. Thanks for staying with me until the end. It's important that these names stay in the conversation because as long as we're talking, there's still a chance for justice. I'll see you in our next true crime story. Stay safe out there.